Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. Iga Świątek's Wimbledon trophy taken away for the same reason as Coco Gauff. 14 months of frustration evaporated for Iga Świątek as she found herself laying on the grass surface of the center court. The reigning queen of clay took a moment to herself, then went to the net to hug her American opponent, Amanda Anisimova, and a switch, off for way too long, just turned on. Świątek smiled, knowing what she had just achieved. She jumped across the court as the 15,000-strong crowd applauded her with deafening thunders of claps, something she truly deserved today. In what can only be described as a tennis annihilation, the first-ever Polish tennis player to ever win in Wimbledon got the better of Anisimova in just 57 minutes with a mind-numbing 6-0. 6-0 victory, a double bagel. All she could muster was, "I feel like tennis keeps surprising me, and I keep surprising myself." And as Princess Kate Middleton presented her with the Venus Rosewater dish, the 24-year-old couldn't help but keep looking at the silver beauty in her hands. After her interview, she made her way down the hallway towards the southeast balcony, ready to lift the title over her head to show the world her latest achievement. Surely, Świątek was all smiles still as she jumped through the length of the balcony as the crowd below cheered and applauded her victory. Even tennis pundit Tracy Austin couldn't help but comment how she keeps looking at it. It's so beautiful to see her smiling. But that surprise that was waiting for Świątek, wearing a deep purple suit in the form of All England Club CEO Sally Bolton, while the winner took photos, gave interviews, and showed off the silver antique to the world. What she didn't realize was that her time with it was already ticking away, as BBC host Claire Balding was soaking everything in, saying, "It looks so lovely that side of the clubhouse, and it's just great. You've had your hands on this trophy." Marion Bartoli dropped a bomb that froze the moment in time. The 2013 Wimbledon champion informed Balding and Austin, "But she can't keep it. You only get a replica of it. This one goes back into the trophy gallery. You will have it at the Champions Ball in your hand again. Then it will go back to the trophy gallery. You don't go back home with that trophy. There's only one place, and it stays in the trophy gallery at Wimbledon." Świątek, of course, still goes home with a symbol of her triumph. Bartoli confirmed, 3/4 size, but all the names are engraved. All the names of the past champions who have graced that court before you are engraved with the replica you can take home. But it's only 3/4 size. But it's still beautiful. Wait, what? The trophy Iga Świątek had just fought for, crushing her opponent, wasn't hers to keep? Exactly. Why? Well, heritage. Like every Wimbledon champion before her, Iga Świątek learned the hard way that the real Venus Rosewater dish never leaves the All England Club. Only one original exists, locked away in the trophy gallery. It all started back in the 1880s. Legends like William Renshaw won consecutive titles and kept the trophies permanently, including the original Field Cup and its successor. Faced with the loss of these irreplaceable trophies, the All England Club decided in 1887 to introduce perpetual trophies. The originals remain on-site forever, securely housed in Wimbledon's trophy gallery. Today, this tradition continues. Champions are celebrated on court with the actual trophies, photographed and cheered. But then the trophies are gently returned to Wimbledon staff. The collections manager at the Wimbledon Lawn Tennis Museum, Eleanor Thomas, told ABC News last year, "We have a dedicated team of conservators who clean and polish the trophies annually. This ensures they remain in pristine condition despite their age and the wear from being handled by champions." So yes, after basking in her hard-earned triumph, trophy in hand, Iga Świątek's fairy-tale moment took an unexpected turn. Bolton approached and took the trophy from her hands as Bartoli chuckled, wondering what the CEO told the winner. "You have to give it back now." After a win as ruthless and historic as hers, Świątek's brief time with the trophy may now feel like the only thing that was truly fleeting. And surprisingly, she's not alone. Just weeks earlier, Coco Gauff experienced the exact same thing. The trophy was Coco Gauff's until history stepped in. On June 8, 2025, Coco Gauff claimed her first Grand Slam singles title by defeating Iga Świątek in the French Open final at Roland Garros. It was a landmark moment, not only for Gauff's career, but also for American tennis, as she became the first American woman since Serena Williams to win the French Open. During the post-match ceremony, Gauff was handed the Coupe Suzanne Lenglen, the iconic trophy awarded to the women's singles champion in Paris. She smiled, posed with it, and lifted it high for the world to see. But just like Wimbledon, the French Open follows a long-standing tradition. The trophy awarded on court is not the one the champion gets to keep. A few days after the final, Coco Gauff revealed this in a playful TikTok video that went viral. In it, she held up the tiny version of the trophy she received and said, "This is the trophy that you guys see. But actually, we don't get to take this home. It's like a mini replica of the trophy. Really small. It's the memories that matter the most." The replica she showed was barely bigger than a water bottle, leaving many surprised that such a monumental achievement came with such a modest keepsake. It sparked curiosity and debate across social media, with many asking the same thing. Can athletes refuse to give back the original trophy? If an athlete ever refused to return the original Wimbledon trophy, the tournament organizers would have the legal and logistical authority to reclaim it immediately. Such an act could result in serious consequences, including fines, suspension, or even a ban from future events. While no champion has ever taken that route, Roger Federer did push for change in 2018, not through rebellion, but by action. He personally funded a larger, three-quarter-sized replica after calling the original one very small. Thanks to him, champions like Iga Świątek now receive a more fitting version of tennis glory. The summer sun had barely begun to rise over London when the news broke. Whispers first, rumors flitting through social media like moths to a flame. But by noon, it was confirmed. Iga Świątek's Wimbledon trophy had been taken back. The headlines blared. Gauff and Świątek stripped of Wimbledon titles. Integrity under fire. Same scandal. Two queens. Tennis rocked by unprecedented ruling. Just days earlier, Center Court had witnessed one of the most iconic Wimbledon finals in decades. In the women's draw, two matches had captivated the world. Coco Gauff's blazing victory over Aryna Sabalenka in the semifinals, and Świątek's graceful but dominant performance against Elena Rybakina. In the final, Świątek and Gauff had faced off in what was dubbed the Battle of Generations. Iga won in 3 sets, the match closing with a breathtaking 40-shot rally that left even Federer standing in the royal box stunned. But now, the trophies were gone. Locked away in a glass cabinet behind the closed doors of the All England Club, the names on their plaques covered with black velvet. The reason? It wasn't doping, not match-fixing, not betting or bribery. No, the official statement from the All England Club was even more bizarre. Due to a breach of the Authentic Participation Protocol app, both Iga Świątek and Coco Gauff have been disqualified retroactively. The integrity of the 2025 Wimbledon Championships must be preserved. No one had heard of this app before, but by afternoon, investigative journalists had pieced together the story. The AI advantage. Behind the scenes of modern tennis, artificial intelligence had become more than just a tool for performance analysis. The lines between natural talent and technological enhancement had blurred. A new class of software, codenamed Athena, was being used quietly by elite athletes. It wasn't illegal yet, but it was controversial. Athena was a cognitive implant software that could analyze an opponent's patterns, predict shot placements in real time, and subtly stimulate neurological focus, all through discrete neurofeedback headphones and contact lenses. During post-final drug tests, neither Iga nor Coco tested positive for substances. But what triggered the alarm was something else. Neural lag patterns in their EEG scans that suggested synchronization with an external system. In layman's terms, they were playing with AI assistants. The secret war. No one was supposed to know. After all, both Iga and Coco had been tested for months. No red flags. The hardware was undetectable. The software was run by off-site analysts and relayed signals through subliminal pulses. But a whistleblower, an anonymous former data engineer from Team Gauff, leaked a file titled Athena Protocol, Phase 2. It showed schematics, new rostrum frequency charts, and behavioral trigger maps calibrated specifically to Coco and Iga. The tennis world reeled. It turned out both teams had independently hired the same controversial tech firm, Neuropoint, to give their athletes an edge. Neuropoint had rebranded itself as a focus optimization service and had worked with chess players, esports competitors, and now tennis stars. But Wimbledon, the bastion of tradition, would have none of it. The All England Club's chairwoman, Margaret Ellison, said it bluntly during a press conference. If athletes cannot win with their own minds and bodies, then what remains sacred in sport? The fallout. Coco was the first to speak publicly. At 21, she had already been a global icon for nearly a decade. She stood on the steps of the Players' Lodge, arms folded, wearing a white hoodie with the words, "Still me," embroidered over her heart. "I'm not ashamed," she said. "I worked my whole life for this. The software didn't swing the racket. I did." Iga, more reserved, posted a statement online. It read, "I trusted my team. I trusted science. But I never wanted to betray the game. If this was wrong, I'll face the consequences. But please don't erase everything I've done." But the tennis world was divided. Martina Navratilova tweeted support, calling the decision a tragic overreaction in the face of inevitable progress. Others, like Chris Evert, argued it set a dangerous precedent. Sport is struggle. We cannot outsource struggle to machines. Behind the curtain, in Warsaw, a teenager named Carolina watched the press conference replay on her phone. She was a junior tennis player, training 6 days a week, dreaming of one day playing on center court. She turned to her father and asked, "Did Iga cheat?" Her father paused, considering the question carefully. "She didn't cheat," he said, "but maybe she stopped trusting herself." And that was the heart of the controversy. Was using Athena a betrayal of sport, or just the next evolution? After all, players already use data analytics, video reviews, optimized diets, and biometric sensors. Was this so different? To Iga and Coco it wasn't, but to the All England Club, to tradition, to the ghost of Wimbledon past it was. The aftermath. 3 weeks later, both athletes returned their trophies. There was no fanfare, no photos, only a quiet walk down the hallway of champions, the echoes of their footsteps, swallowed by the weight of history. Yet neither of them was banned. The ITF refused to call it a doping case. Instead, both players were placed under a 6-month monitoring period. During this time, any wearable tech beyond standard heart rate monitors was strictly prohibited. The real punishment wasn't disqualification. It was the cloud, the whispers. Every victory they won afterward was seen through a lens of doubt. Did they win with their talent or with their tools? Redemption. In the fall, the U.S. Open approached. The media frenzy reignited as both Świątek and Gauff were seeded to meet in the semifinals. This time, both women swore off any tech. No headsets, no lenses, no external feedback, just tennis. Their semifinal match was unlike any before, raw, unfiltered, erratic. Both players made uncharacteristic errors, but there was fire in their eyes, freedom in their swings. Iga won in 3 sets, collapsing to her knees in disbelief. She raised her arms to the sky, as if to say, "This time, it was all me." And Coco, sweaty and breathless, crossed the net to hug her. "Proud of you," she whispered. "Same," Iga replied. The crowd rose as one, not for the winner or the loser, but for the match. For tennis. Epilogue: a rule is born. 6 months later, the WTA, ATP, and ITF jointly released the Athlete Integrity and Assistance Technology Guidelines, the first formal rules on AI augmentation in tennis. Wearables would be allowed in training, but not during match play. Mental augmentation through real-time neural feedback was officially banned. A new ethics committee was formed. But the world had already changed. Kids in academies began training with cognitive tools. Sponsors offered deals for focus-enhancing wearables. And elite players quietly debated, was banning tech a step backward? Iga and Coco never spoke of Athena again publicly, but at a gala in Monaco, where they were both honored for integrity in sport, they stood on stage side by side. Iga held up the replica of her rescinded Wimbledon trophy, restored to her by fans who crowd-funded the creation. "This one's made of glass," she said with a smile, "but it reflects something stronger than gold truth." Coco raised her own glass replica. "To playing human," she said, and the crowd stood, not just in applause, but in understanding.